Listen, you guys gotta help me. Damon's lost his mind. He's broken. And I need your help to fix him.
Oh, Billy, it's far too late for that. Speaking of having no sense, we're the Bittersweet Gamers.
I'm We Squared.
And I am the Opinionator. You know, this trial for this chapter, we have been reluctantly accusing Kaito. Laid out the case already. I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it's quite plausible. We don't want it to be the case, but there's only so many people it could be. It's probably not Miyu. We place her outside, even at night, like just after the murder or around the time.
Yeah.
So, you know, can't really accuse her. I guess it could be, but I'd be really shocked. I'd probably be happy, but I'd be pretty shocked. The only other person it could have been is Maki. And I was just hesitant to say it could be Maki because Maki has just been in front of her lab the whole time. She doesn't know anything about anything. She doesn't know any of the details. How could she have done any of this? Oh, sure, she has access to the lab during the time, but how would she know what to put the body in or anything like that? How would she know about the lid of the piranha tank? So that's why I said it couldn't be Maki. But I was wrong. It most definitely was Maki. I am accusing Maki.
Tell them why you're accusing Maki, Damon.
Because I dreamed that Maki shot and killed my cat.
This is what I have to deal with, everyone.
Now, our cat is fine. That was a dream.
Yes, Damon, it was a dream.
But I dreamed that Maki shot my cat with a rifle. That made me really mad. So I can't forgive her. After I dreamed this, I was so angry that while still asleep, I began going over all the evidence for this trial and plausibly lined everything up in a satisfactory way. So I'm like, okay, I even dreamed the trail of evidence, where she was and could have been. I mean, thanks to my dream, I was reminded of the fact that Maki only left her lab to shower. Where was Milma killed?
I refuse to engage with this nonsense.
A shower. You know, if she just would have found out, oh, there's a shower here right next to my lab that is open to me at all times and is not prohibited for me to go here, she could have just gone there instead to shower instead of not. You know what I'm saying?
I refuse.
Now, out of dream spite and dream vengeance, I will get Maki. I have no idea why she'd do it or how she'd know any of this.
You literally just got done saying before you went into this that she would have no way of knowing about the piranha tank or any of that stuff.
Yeah, but she shot my cat.
Now that's my cat too.
Oh, you said it! She shot your cat and you're letting her get away with it!
What? No! I'm saying it was my cat too!
Don't you love your cat?
He's right there! He's literally wondering why we're yelling! Well, no, he's as indifferent as always, but you know. You know, Damon, over the years, we've had many petty, childish reasons to dislike people and accuse them of murder.
You know, I'm not so sure that's the case. Maybe to accuse them.
Fair enough.
But not to dislike them.
Yeah, no, okay, fair enough. We've had enough.
That's right. I have now completely diffused your objection.
No, you've only diffused half of it.
I'll go on, I'll diffuse that too.
But this is probably the pettiest reason I've ever heard to accuse someone of murder.
Probably? There can be something pettier? Look, if I were saying that it was Miyu who shot my cat in my dream,
I don't think that would be petty at this point.
See, you have admitted
What?
that my reasoning for accusing Maki is not petty. She shot my cat. You might also be wondering, why, Damon, were you dreaming about Maki shooting my cat?
Well, yeah, but dreams have weird logic. You can't really expect them to make sense. And yet you somehow made one make perfect sense.
So if I'm right,
it was a prophetic vision.
Then it was a prophetic vision. And if I'm wrong, I already accused Kaito first. And if I'm wrong about it being Kaito as well, then it's Miyu, and so I don't care that I'm wrong. So in other words, I am happy.
Are you done?
It's pathetic, I know, but it really happened. That's why it's so weird. Anyway, we're talking about, we've decided it's not Himiko,
Or rather, that she's not the only one it could be.
and that we're trying to narrow it down to when it was done, which is before nighttime, meaning the insect meet and greet.
Right.
And we are in the process of narrowing it down to that. I'm sure we can narrow it down more if we consider the source of the information. What's the question?
Oh.
What clue helps determine?
When he was witnessed by,
Oh yeah, that's it.
witnessing Ryoma.
This is it!
Woo!
Sorry, we just started.
If we can find out who last saw Ryoma alive, we can narrow down the time of death.
Huh.
We had a full minute. I mean, it was fine.
Kirumi, you were asking everyone when they had last seen him, right?
Right.
Yes, Gonta was the last person who saw Ryoma.
Before that was Miyu.
Yep.
Half an hour earlier. And before that, as far as I know, it's like Shuichi, maybe even Kaito. No, I guess Kaito never ran into him.
What? Really?
Now, we don't know the details of this.
Right. We don't know where it happened, for instance.
And when was the last time Gonta saw Ryoma?
When Gonta was inviting everyone to insect meet and greet, so...
Inviting, he says.
So Ryoma was fleeing in terror.
Gonta think that was maybe 8 p.m.?
Now, the time that Shuichi ran into Ryoma and Shuichi got caught, well, that was around 6 or something like that.
6 or 7, something like that.
So this happened. Gonta kept chasing Ryoma around.
Yep.
If he was last seen at 8 p.m. and was killed before nighttime officially began...
You know, I guess that would make sense. Having to run from Gonta for several hours would also be a reason to need to hit the showers.
Yeah.
So that's another way that Kaito and Ryoma could have gotten there at the same time. I need to take a shower too.
Yeah.
Thanks for the vote of confidence, buddy.
Then we can assume the crime took place between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock at night.
Now, before 10 o'clock, too. Well, that actually puts Miyu back under consideration because Miyu was seen after 10. Though I would have no idea how she could have gotten into school.
Yeah.
If Kaito would have already been in the building, visiting his tennis hero, doing his whole inspirational shtick, that would fit.
Right.
And Maki was just in the building the whole time.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get to that. She has nobody that can verify anything that she could say, and she has access.
Yeah, her lab's on the same floor as Ryoma's.
Right. It doesn't matter where Kokichi and Kirumi are. Maki could literally walk right over to Ryoma's lab at any moment.
So all we must do is find someone with no alibi for that time period, yes?
Leading us to 3 people.
Simple enough. After all, most of us were detained by Gonta then.
If I recall correctly, the only people that weren't there besides Ryoma...
Well, there's Kokichi and Kirumi too, but they do have an alibi.
Yeah.
And they're not exactly friends.
Yeah, they're not really in cahoots.
So there's no reason they'd be covering for each other.
That would be the 4 of us. Myself, Kaito, Miyu, and also Maki.
Well, Kirumi, you would tell the truth, even if it screwed you over.
There's nothing wrong with falling under suspicion if you really didn't do it, and especially if you have proof.
Yeah, if you know you didn't do it, and you know that there's proof that exists that does it, you would be stupid not to be honest, you know?
Right, let's just get this one out of the way.
I do this for everyone. It is my duty to unveil the truth, so I do not care if people suspect me.
I've just never really understood why people get so angry about it. Like, how dare you accuse me?
Right?
Or suspect me, but...
That is a natural human reaction, though.
I guess
like
so.
Instinctive?
I guess.
Especially for how young they are. I mean, they're not children, but, you know, they're like on the way to becoming adults.
Well, this game at least has more of the I don't care if I am suspected thing going on, which is really the best way to go about it, so...
beautiful. Your spirit of self-sacrifice is just too beautiful.
Did Monokuma install that light specifically for Korekiyo?
Maybe?
I will also say
He
this.
did! Did you see it go
Yeah,
off?
I saw it turn off.
The crime took place between 8 and 10 o'clock at night, and I was at the gym during that time.
Yeah, it could not have been Kirumi. Unless there would be some weird stuff going on. And we don't got no evidence for anything like that.
Yeah.
She would have to be following someone's request.
And I really don't think she would follow that kind of a request, you know?
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense, but I guess theoretically it's possible, but...
It depends on how slavishly she's devoted to the ultimate maid.
And I don't think it's that bad.
I hope not.
Huh.
But I was only there for about 5 minutes.
Why would you even say that, though? You're tying a noose around your neck, you know.
I see.
I don't care if it was 5 seconds. It's way too suspicious that you were alone in the gym. I think the cleaning lady here is the culprit. You killed Ryoma, didn't you?
Oh yeah, and another thing about accusing Maki.
God damn it.
Kaito did walk up. Remember, all of this happened in my dream. I was reminded of all this information in my dream! When Shuichi and Kaito were talking to Maki, getting her alibi, and Kirumi was standing right there, Kaito was like, we don't need to worry about it. I don't think Maki did it. My intuition is always right. Then Maki stopped talking, didn't retaliate or say like she did in the first chapter, you should suspect everyone, you've got to get to the truth. She looked away and shut up.
I refuse to engage with this malarkey.
Look, even if you don't like the fact that I learned about it in a prophetic dream, which comes for revenge for her killing my dream cat.
I could be petty too.
Even if you don't like that, it is plausible.
No!
I mean, we just don't have enough evidence to be able to come to the answer as of yet.
It's too soon to tell. We should hear what everyone has to say, right?
Yeah, come on!
Fuck that noise!
But Mew, you don't have an alibi for when the crime occurred either, do you?
Yeah, but her specialty is acting and making herself look suspicious. That's what happens when you have that kind of personality.
Yeah, that's right. If you didn't act as though you were everybody's enemy, then fewer people would instantly think of you as an enemy.
You think I'm suspicious? I don't even know where the gym is.
Oh, come on!
You see what I'm saying? Not that I think it was her.
Doesn't telling such obvious lies make you more suspicious, Mew?
The other two without alibis are Kaito and Maki. Let us hear your testimonies.
Well, if they're saying that it happened between 8 and 10, well, we know where Miyu is at 7:30, and we know where Miyu is, well, a girl in lingerie, after 10, and it's the same place. But I guess we can't place her between 8 and 10.
Yeah.
We just assumed that because we could place her before and after, and that place was the same thing, and that it is a dumb thing that seems very consistent with what Miyu would do, that would take care of it.
I was in my research lab the whole time. I didn't go to the gym.
And Kaito has literally never said.
That's true.
Which is one of the reasons that we do suspect him. But you know what? Aniki didn't murder my cat.
Enough with the cat.
But that cannot be proven, can it?
That's true.
It cannot be, no.
What about Kaito? Only murderers grow out creepy facial hair like mustaches and goatees.
You sorry little Japanese people. Both Billy and I have facial hair.
I'm so sorry you're not grown up enough to grow any yet.
Though I guess I never actually get a full beard. I just rock the stubble all the time. Does that count? Is he only calling you a murderer?
Well, I'd hate to disappoint him. Come here, Kokichi.
Oi!
What? My goatee's not creepy. It gives me a glamorous celebrity vibe.
Your head looks like a top.
It does!
Anyway, among those four, the culprit must be the one who doesn't have an alibi.
Miyu has more of an alibi, but I guess I guess maybe it is weaker than I thought.
Yeah,
But it could have taken place after 10.
it could have, but let's not jump ahead there until we've determined for sure, you know?
I mean, I guess it's just nobody's entering the gym if you're just moving an object through the gym window.
It just depends on if Monokuma thinks extending part of your body into the gym counts.
Oh, if it's done via a pulley system that's been rigged up, extending your arm into the gym never happens.
But how would they untie him from the pulley system? I guess that must be part of the mechanism.
That's part of the mechanism that got whipped up, and one of the reasons that there's a rope laying there.
Okay. All right, yeah, I hadn't thought about that, because I thought they just used the pulley to hoist him over, and then they, like, climbed up.
Really?
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking that there was some way to make a kind of complicated mechanism like that.
That was literally the only thing I've been thinking of the whole time. Though, again, I have no idea how they could have made that.
I apologize, but given the circumstances, we have no choice but to suspect you.
Suspect who? Who's the culprit?
Wait up! Why are you guys suspicious of me? I've been helping the whole time!
Oh, God.
The loudy loud guys yelling thing.
Oh, wait. I remember now. I do have an alibi.
I really don't think it was you, but shut up!
You will see whether or not I am suspicious as the trial progresses.
Okay, she's not gonna argue though, right?
I'm not
way
the
I'm the
culprit.
culprit!
Oh! So, where's Maki?
Yeah.
Huh.
Hey, wait, no, hold on. No. I'm not getting sucked into your pace.
Loud voice dialogue. I remember seeing a skill that would, like, automatically shut this up or something.
And I guess it blocks the screen? Or something like that?
Because you see the chains on the others.
Oh, yeah.
Even if you see a weak spot, you can't refute it. So when they start screaming, you just silence it? Wait a minute, you silence it? That's an even better use of the silencer than the one we already have. Maki alone.
I have an
I was
alibi.
running
alibi.
away from Gonta!
What is your
Tried
alibi?
hiding in the
5
classroom.
Ah!
I'm paying attention to
When I
Kaito.
was running
Okay,
from
I even
Gonta,
tried hiding in the
others
girls'
were with me.
bathroom.
things got a little heated if you catch
Until
my
they
drift.
left with
Filthy male
Gonta.
pervert!
What's Maki's alibi?
Then right before nighttime, I got tired and fell
I
asleep.
didn't run
Did
away
you
anywhere.
really leave the gym at 9 p.m.?
I was in
Are
my
you
research
sure
lab
you
the
did
whole
not
time.
stay at the
No,
gym?
in my own room. Jeez.
Stay at the gym. Okay, who did he say that to?
He said that to Tenko, who was accusing him of being a pervert for being in the girls' bathroom.
Let's go through this again. And okay, and what do we got?
I have
I
an
was
alibi.
running away
for
from
about-
Gonta.
Maki alone.
What is your
Tried
alibi?
hiding in
Because
the
we know it's
classroom.
that last one because of the tutorial.
Right.
When I was running from
I even
Gonta,
tried hiding in the
others
girls'
were with me.
bathroom.
I was in
Are
my
you
research
sure
lab
you
the
did
whole
not
time.
stay at the
No,
gym?
in my own room. Jeez.
He's talking to Maki.
No, because he said I fell asleep. She said, in the girls' bathroom, and he says, no, my own room, jeez.
Who are they talking to?
I've only been paying attention to Kaito. Kaito is talking to Tenko.
Okay, let's do this one more time. This is my arch nemesis. I can't stand this. If there are too many people talking at once, it scrambles my brain. I get way too much information from sensory input, and so too much of it literally makes me lose my mind.
Well, I can say this. I don't think it's Kaito's. Because when you shot down the loud voice, it turned into a normal statement. The only statement in his entire spiel was an agree with him hiding in the girls' bathroom, and we have no way to do that.
No, I agree with you. We know for a fact because of the tutorial that we, in order to proceed, we have to do the thing that was tutorialized, which is shut down the loud voice to hit the weak spot, which was Kibo's, are you sure you didn't stay in the gym? I know that's the point.
Okay.
I don't know who he's talking to yet. Let's go through this one more time, and you look at somebody else.
Okay,
You look
I'll look
at
at
the
Kibo.
other. You look at the others.
Okay.
All the others, not just one, all of them.
Okay.
And I'll pay attention to Kaito, who I haven't really paid attention to. We still got 4 minutes, so he's talking to Kirumi then.
Yes.
Okay, now that we've paid attention and really figured out who it was that he was talking to,
I was running away from
about-
Gonta.
it's Kokichi's account.
Yeah.
What is your PM?
Ah, my brain!
Are you sure
you
you did not
focus?
I missed.
You missed.
I'm skilled. I am good at this game. So anyway, Billy, how's it going? I think that we should be talking this whole time too, just to make sure that we keep consistent with the
Yeah,
game.
when you say it like that, I do feel like this is a pretty important thing. That we should just
Yeah, we are using right or wrong. You know, I don't think no, you're wrong. It isn't that.
No, it is totally that.
Are you sure?
The gym?
What? No! Room, jeez!
Darn! You have to admit it was worth trying. I missed.
Don't worry about that stupid V spot.
Okay, you're right. I'm just gonna hit the thing and not miss this time.
We wasted too much time on this malarkey.
Malarkey? Come on, man!
This gobbledygook. These shenaniganeries.
I heard it!
I wanted to hit the V point.
I know.
No, I think Kirumi is telling the
We
truth.
got a C on that now, I
Kokichi's story
bet.
proves it.
Right when I got to the entrance hall, Kirumi spotted me. That was right after I left Gonta's lab, so it was right around 9 p.m. She started throwing questions at me left and right, asking if I was up to no good. I mean, I wasn't up to any good. It certainly was no good. It was bad, even. But it doesn't mean I want to be harassed about it. Oh, I didn't say that back then. She just kept talking, then finally let me go at 10 p.m. when nighttime rolled around. In the bathroom. Filthy male pervert. Oh, my ears are ringing. A whole hour? Well, only the first half hour was a lecture. Then we played tag for the other half.
Is that a request?
That was really excellent. How she was like preparing for her challenge with that.
Kokichi met Kirumi at 9 p.m., and they were together until nighttime.
Gonta went to the gym to catch Himiko and Angie 5 minutes before 9 o'clock. After I left Gonta's lab, I ran into Kirumi. I'm pretty sure Kirumi stayed at the gym 5 minutes till 9 o'clock.
This information could have been told to us beforehand.
Well, the problem is that everybody was too busy accusing Himiko or saying that Kyoko is a ghost. We have to get through the garbage.
Who Kyoko? Gonta no understand.
Well, she's not a ghost. Maybe she is.
Gonta no like ghosts. They resist bug types.
I speechless.
Sorry, forgot. I definitely didn't keep it a secret to make the trial more interesting.
Kirumi could have said that.
And he didn't keep it a secret.
Yeah.
I mean, Shuichi knew.
Forgot? It seems far more plausible that you were telling another lie.
Unlike robots, we meatbags can't pull out our memories from our hard drive.
It's true.
Was that supposed to offend me? Your irrationality fills me with pity.
Yeah, go Kibo!
Man, Kibo too just keeps getting better and better and better.
He kind of seemed like he was going to be a one-note character too, but he's actually grown.
Yeah, I really like him.
If I am the culprit, that would mean I killed Ryoma within 5 minutes, transported him to the gym, and hid him in the piranha tank. This seems highly unlikely.
Highly unlikely.
If you called Ryoma out to the gym and killed him there, you wouldn't need to move him.
Well, I guess that's true, but the evidence doesn't add up with that, because we have all the other evidence of the place where he died.
Yes.
All you would have to do is hide him in the piranha tank.
Which, if you were in the gym, you could do that. You just hit the switch, lower the thing, and...
Bloop.
Gonta was in the midst of heading to the gym to capture Angie.
Oh, that's right. And I don't know when this would have happened.
Oh yeah, because he did try to capture her, but she completely shut him down. Like he tried to capture Kirumi, yeah.
Yeah. No, what I was saying was the lid, the square glass pane. When did that get put in? We really don't know.
Oh yeah, because if that was there the whole time...
He would have had to have been killed, or somebody would have had to go into the gym when Kirumi wasn't there and put the lid into the piranha tank to prepare receiving a body.
Yeah.
But there was time in which that could have occurred.
That's true.
Again, Maki has plenty of time. And I mean, the only reason that we can accuse Kaito about this is because we have a totally believable reason to get him into Ryoma's lab.
Yeah.
But Kaito hasn't said that he did that, but he could be hiding it because he's suspicious.
He hasn't said anything!
Yeah, he's going to need to say something, or he does look more suspicious. However, if we can come up with some kind of proof that he wasn't there, then that'll be a relief.
Yeah.
Are you claiming I took advantage of that and called Ryoma for a rendezvous at the gym?
That'd be pretty difficult. We should probably look at other possibilities.
Yeah.
Huh.
Because unless she had some way to, like, immediately summon him there within that time frame, you know?
Gonta was...
I like how the single most important point of evidence for me is the square glass pane. Now that we figured out where it came from, it just really didn't occur to me that somebody would have to be in the gym
to set it up beforehand.
I guess they could have killed Ryoma in his lab and then gotten down to the gym to put the lid in the piranha tank and then go back to the lab and set up the pulley thing. And it doesn't matter what happens after 10 o'clock.
Right.
It doesn't matter how long the whole thing takes. They just have to get into the gym.
Yeah, they would have had between 9 and 10.
Yeah.
To do that, where no one would have seen them.
However, nobody is entering any off-limits areas, i.e. the gym or the water in the swimming pool, by carting Ryoma through the windows.
Yeah.
You know, you could even access the pool area completely from Ryoma's lab. You know, throw down the cable, climb down there, because you might need to do something to get the window open, but maybe the window in the gym opened.
Right,
but maybe the window in the gym was opened when they set up the piranha tank, which actually seems more likely. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Because that way they get on top, they use the staircase to get on top of the piranha tank, on top of the water tank, and then they take the ladder and put the ladder on top of that, and then they get to the window and open the window.
So that they can...
Okay. But so it does mean that the killer needs to have access to the gym between 9 and 10, which again, anybody not being seen by Kirumi would.
Yeah.
So we're talking people who are already up in that area where you don't have to visit the entrance hall.
Already being in the school.
Yeah, they would have already had to be in the school, but if you're past the entrance hall, you can access all these places.
Yeah.
Okay. So we know Maki was there, and now we just have to place Kaito and I guess Miyu, but Miyu doesn't seem right.
Maybe someone snuck into the gym while Kirumi and I were busy talking.
She would have noticed if you didn't, and I think you probably would have noticed.
Yeah.
The only ones capable of that are the other three with no alibis.
Miyu, Kaito, and Maki! Ah! You're including me too?
Well, tell us where you were.
But there's actually one person we can rule out of the suspects list.
The person he saw.
Yeah.
Right? There's one person who's totally not suspicious. Say who it is already.
Not you!
One person can be eliminated as a suspect, according to Kokichi. That would be Miyu, and it's Kokichi's account.
Yeah?
Well, it has to be that.
Yeah, because the woman in their underwear.
Yeah. I don't want to get caught off guard again, darn it! He must be talking about the figure he saw. They certainly would have an alibi. More or less. Maybe it's not as solid as I thought it was, but maybe I just am even misinterpreting that.
Maybe.
It's still solid. We need to pin down who that was. You understand?
Yeah.
The key to that fact lies in Kokichi, Gonta, and Miyu's statements. According to what we know, the figure Kokichi saw must be...
Miyu.
That's it!
It pains me to do this.
I know.
Kokichi, you're talking about Miyu, right?
What? Miyu?
Yeah, you can take her off the list. She actually has an alibi.
Booyah! Suck it, nerds!
Why didn't you just admit it? Wouldn't it have turned you on if you did?
Wait a sec, since when does she have an alibi?
If you compare everyone's statements, there's no other possibility.
Oh yeah, I did see something odd while Kirumi was lecturing me. Something odd? I saw a half-naked girl wandering around the courtyard in her underwear. The circumstances or even a physical description don't even matter. There's only one girl that would be wandering around half-naked in the courtyard, and that's Miyu. I mean, it was too dark for me to make out who it was, but I saw her walk around for a bit, moaning.
A girl walking around half naked.
Who else could it be but the horny exhibitionist Miyu?
We can't just jump to conclusions like that. He just saw a shadow, right?
Are you trying to say he saw you?
That could have been anyone walking around in women's underwear, even me.
Oh my god.
Really? Well, so you took a nap in the women's restroom?
I woke up in women's underwear?
Is that what happened? Well, if it is, you better say so.
That'd be a whole different issue.
No, it's Miyu, without a doubt. Miyu and Gonta's statements prove it.
Oh, Gonta see Miyu! But Gonta's face get red hot. So Gonta no could bring her.
It's so hot.
Red!
Red, Bittersweet! Red! Your face got hot? You mean you were hot on her trail, right?
No! She used her, what she call it, secret woman weapon? And get out of Gonta's flashback!
Sticky. Well, I had to use my secret woman weapon, and let's just leave it at that.
I see. It sounds like Gonta got an eyeful,
What? Why the heck were you in your underwear, Mew? Well, 'cause, I'm pretty stacked, so...
That is true, yes, and it's not like it would be unpleasant to see.
I figured I'd take my clothes off so Gonta would be too flustered to touch me.
Miyu correct!
Yeah, it worked. It was extremely effective.
That's my story, and I'm sticking to it, you cockroaches!
Red! Red, Bittersweet! Red! I mean, she's right. She's telling the truth.
Anyway, I think the blood rushed to both of Gonta's heads because he got super embarrassed.
Yeah, bet so.
Miyu was in her underwear, and Gonta got weird feeling.
We do not need to explore this any further.
Uh-huh.
So Gonta ran away.
Well, when you got the body of a goddess, it's only natural to want to flaunt it.
That's, the look on her face, all right.
Oh, yeah.
I show my panties to the boys all the time.
You're making yourself look real good.
And I mean all the time.
Okay, yeah.
A, no you don't. And B, why do you do this?
Why are you like this?
Why are you like this?
So you're welcome, Gonta. Think of me during your next tug session.
He will.
Most of that was unintelligible nonsense, but it would seem that Miyu has an actual alibi.
The tone. The tone is just like, more of this. Okay, well, I guess she has an alibi, surprisingly.
Yep, it took a while, but at least we got everyone's alibis cleared up.
Now we know the two people it could be, and we have to get to the actual place where it happened, the method, and etc., etc.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm surprised that it came to this so quickly.
Right?
But then again, it was pretty clear where everybody was.
Yeah. This should be more complicated.
The thing is, if Kaito didn't go to Ryoma's lab, to talk to Tennis Senpai and to have a match with him to awaken his desire to live, then there'd be no reason for Kaito to be in there at all.
Yeah, 100%.
Or if Ryoma didn't just invite him in to take a shower after all the running around from Gonta.
Well, you know, life or death situations do tend to bring people closer together. And having Gonta chase you at Super Saiyan, 4 or something is a pretty life-threatening situation.
What are you getting at, Billy?
No, I didn't mean anything like that.
Red! Anyway!
What is this episode?
If it wasn't that, then it was Maki.
Yeah.
Because she shot my cat in a dream.
No. You can't push that.
We should remember all of this in case we need to recall these events again.
Oh.
The thing that gets me about this as a new truth bullet, it means that we are going to have to be dealing with this.
Oh, what do you mean?
How is something like this going to help lead us to the killer?
This just means,
Is the issue really going to be that 5 minutes or something?
This does also include Miu.
Yeah.
That leaves Kaito and Maki as the only ones with no alibis.
Is this really where we have to push it, though? Well, let's see what they do, first of all.
Yeah.
Then one of them must be the culprit. But which one, I wonder?
Maki's always said where she has been.
But she just has no way to prove it.
Except that she has been there 100% of the time, just about the rest of the time.
That's just what she wants you to think. Wait a minute, why am I arguing this point?
Yeah, I agree with that.
No!
But Kaito's never said a darn thing except for some nonsense about sleeping in the girls' restroom and waking up in women's underwear and then going to show it off to Kokichi.
No, you added that last part.
Oh, but he did say he slept in the women's bathroom,
That's
that's just garbage. He didn't really do that.
Right.
I mean, unless he goes to push that he did.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the culprit by it.
No!
Hold up! Don't decide just yet!
Two prime suspects. Kaito and Maki. Kaito, huh? But something inside me doesn't want to accuse Kaito.
It's not really a mystery here.
It's just like the last trial, where the person I had been spending so much time with, where the person who had been looking after me was the killer. I want to believe Kaito until he's proven guilty. I will trust him.
Maybe we should determine the sequence of events. The culprit
No, we should do something more fun. And I have the perfect idea.
Debate scrum! Debate scrum!
Huh? What? What?
We narrowed it down to 2 people. And one of those 2 is the culprit, right?
Probably.
Since we don't have to randomly accuse each other, finding the truth just got much easier.
That's true.
I think what Shuichi said about the sequence of events is really what we ought to be doing.
So let's find the truth with a more effective method.
And what is this effective method?
He just turns to Maki. Did you do it? Turns to Kaito. Did you do it? Ah, that didn't work.
Oh no, not this time. He's not goofing around now.
If one of them is the culprit, then the innocent one should know who the guilty one is. Yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah, that's accurate. If Kaito didn't do it, then at this point, he knows
that Maki did it.
And if Maki didn't do it,
then she knows that Kaito did it.
Of course, there's that whole proving, why should anybody believe, how can you tell it's not a lie?
Yeah.
Because if you know you're not the culprit, then you can just accuse the other person.
But they're just going to accuse each other. That gets us nowhere.
Yes, that is true.
Which means there is one person among us who definitely knows who the culprit is.
That is true.
Okay.
Also, have you seen Miu? That look on her face where she's like, yeah, I show my panties to boys all the time.
Red!
To that someone who knows, do your best to convince us. Work harder.
That's kind of awesome. It's cruel and not necessarily helpful, but he is saying, do you understand? Why is it on us? Why is it on you?
Huh.
Work harder.
It's cruel.
Yeah, that's par for course.
But like, really? Why is it on like KOKICHI to tell everyone else whether it's Maki or Kaito in lieu of evidence?
That makes sense.
Why does Shuichi have to work really hard and Kokichi? I mean, they're doing that anyway, but like, why don't Maki and Kaito stop clamming the F up and start talking?
Yeah.
Have the two argue for their innocence. That's how we'll decide our culprit.
Now that's a terrible idea, but they ought to actually start arguing for their innocence. Just, one little non-stop debate ain't gonna do it.
Yeah.
Even if we did that, wouldn't they just pass the blame back and forth?
But we'd learn something.
That's true.
Or we might. At the very least, don't we have to do this once?
Yeah.
I'm tired of them not talking. I don't know what Kaito was doing. He won't say. Even though Shuichi is like, I want to believe him, so I'm going to trust him until he's been proven guilty, thus setting up why I'm going to lie for him in a minute. Okay, that's fine, but why don't we hear what Kaito has to say before we get to the whole I will trust him and lie for him? Let him say something one time. He never said where he was during the investigation. Mm-hmm. How embarrassed was he?
Yeah.
Isn't that the only reason? Is the reason because he went to go play with Tennis Senpai to reawaken his will to live? And so it makes him look really bad if he were to say that he were with him? Well, if that's the case and somebody else figures that out, then he's really in trouble.
That's true. Yeah.
And...
Huh?
You guys talk about cooperation and teamwork, but you're all afraid.
I'm really sorry about this, but he's right. He's right.
You're too scared to point your fingers at others, so you hide behind the word trust.
I'm sorry, he's right. Look, I do really like Kokichi, but make no mistake, I think he is an awful person. But that doesn't mean he's not usually right. I am all for cooperation and trust, but not this namby-pamby garbage. If your friend is acting badly, it is your duty as his friend to correct him.
Yeah.
Isn't that right, Billy?
Yes, Master. Please don't hurt me. Is that what you wanted me to say? Shut up! Jeez!
How do you expect to find the culprit when you're all worried about each other's feelings?
I mean, yeah! Yeah! It's not that your feelings aren't important, but right here, they aren't that important.
Yeah.
They're important before, they'll be important after, they're super important almost all the time. Not here. Because if you're so worried about somebody else's feelings, even if it's somebody you really care about, if that causes everyone to die, what, are you gonna feel smug that at least you weren't mean? Like, screw off. That's one of the reasons that we don't buy a lot of sympathy for the murderers.
Yeah.
Some sympathy, sure. And I feel we've given some.
Yeah.
Like, over the games. But, like, the ultimate problem is that they're trying to kill everybody here.
Yeah, that's the big sticking point.
If you're planning to expose a liar, then you have to corner them psychologically.
Yeah. Like, you want the truth? You can't handle the truth. Damn right I did it. I ordered the code red, okay? That's what that was.
Only then will they reveal their true self as a liar, hiding beneath a layer of deceit!
He's having a lot of fun. That's great. Come on, buddy. Let's be friends together.
Oh, no.
Did I ever tell you about my dream, Kokichi? My dream about Maki? Again, if you take away the ominous way in which he said it, how is he wrong? What is he wrong about?
No, he's right. I mean...
If we want to find the liar, I suggest that the two suspects argue against each other.
Jesus.
Yeah.
No more pointless deductions. All we need is for them to fight for their lives.
No, not that far!
So let's host an argument that's totally not boring but super fun!
I mean, he's right. Whoever loses this argument dies.
Man, It's just like Gundam Seed. The villain in Gundam Seed, at the very end of the show, while he's having his battle with the main character, launches in this gigantic, epic rant where he takes down all of the main character's convictions, everything he believes in. He takes down each side that's fighting in the war, just complaining about how they're all hypocrites and how everyone is wrong. Like, seriously, every single thing that main villain says in this just really powerful rant that he just goes and goes and goes when he's beating everybody up too, certainly the main character while he's doing it. It's all true. And then he is like, and therefore we have to kill all humans. And I'm like, whoa! No. You were right about all the other stuff. You're still the bad guy and have to be beaten. But your argument stopped being convincing when you were like, therefore
genocide.
And so that's the problem. We do need to have the two suspects argue against each other. They do need to do that. Not for the rest of the trial, but it doesn't have to be let's battle to the death. For God's sake, what's wrong with you?
Well,
we have to do these deductions afterwards. They're not pointless, but we'll get more data from doing this.
We'll catch the culprit in their lies when we find a contradiction.
The only people talking, other than us, are like Shuichi and Kokichi and like Kirumi and Miu a little bit.
Kibo?
Yeah, and Kibo a bit, but it's like, the problem is our principals, Maki and Kaito, they aren't talking at all.
Yeah.
We'll scare the culprit until they screw up! That's how a true class trial works.
Oh?
That's actually an interrogation tactic. It's used by law enforcement sometimes. You continuously ask the same set of questions.
That's true.
Or not particularly important questions, just like biographical data to the person that you're questioning, like over and over and over and over and over and over, because you're trying to get them to stumble. If they never stumble, then they must be telling the truth.
Yeah.
Or probably, anyway.
Right, Monokuma?
A development like that would liven things up a bit.
Yep, I totes agree.
Totes.
You're agreeing with Monokuma? Just whose side are you on?
Do you really gotta ask at this point?
He's on his own.
Yeah.
I'm on your side. I don't want to die either, you know.
If the trial verdict is wrong, Kokichi dies, and he doesn't want that, so...
That's why we need to take this seriously. A hot debate to smoke out the liar.
And how do you expect us to start this?
I don't know, why don't you start talking? That's all I'm asking. I'm not the one going crazy like he is.
If you guys need some help getting started, I can give out the first topic. Our first topic is this! Ta-da!
No. Well, actually, at this point, I think he's right.
He's been right so far, just his mannerism about doing it is kind of unacceptable.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe the two of them had really better explained what was in the cub pad that they had.
Yeah.
And maybe the people who had the cubs pad for Kaito and Maki ought to say either what was in there or at the very least that they had it.
Yeah.
I don't see anything being embarrassing about Kaito's cubs pad.
Right? Yeah.
It's like he has some grandparents who love him very much.
Yeah. Nothing to be embarrassed about there.
The cubs pad?
Not just any cubs pad, but the one given to our latest victim, Ryoma.
Oh, so you either kept that one,
or that's the one he had to begin with.
That's it. He had Ryoma's.
When we started investigating, I went straight to his room to borrow it.
So it wasn't the culprit who took the video from his room. It was you.
And the reason why I brought it out just for this occasion is because one of these two had Ryoma's motive video. Dun dun dun!
I don't know.
It would make sense. As far as motive stuff goes, maybe.
I'm not so sure that Kaito needs to see it to come up with a plausible reason. I mean, it'd be like anger and passion and immaturity. But as for Maki, why would she even care?
Yeah.
What would she see in Ryoma's video that would make her want to kill him?
One of these two had it?
So guys, if it wasn't Kaito or Maki, Can someone say who had it? One of us had it.
Yeah.
Who was it? We know it wasn't Ryoma. So which one of you had it? And if it wasn't either of you, whoever did needs to speak up.
And for us to figure that out, we need to know who this motive video belongs to. Take a guess, everyone. Whose motive video did Ryoma have?
Well, we know it wasn't Kaito's.
I guess he had Maki's.
That would be a reason.
I'm willing to buy that. Well,
we know it wasn't Kaito's.
Seeing as how nobody has said anything, then it must have been Kaito or Maki, right? Well, the motive video that Ryoma had, was it Kaito's or Maki's?
So?
But we don't know this for sure. Well, I guess Kokichi knows it for sure.
Yeah.
I should know the answer. It was, it could be neither, but...
That's it.
Nobody's spoken up, so it has to be Maki's.
Right.
It was Maki's motive video, right?
Wow, how did you ever guess? Ooh, I know! It's because the motive video that you have belongs to Kaito.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong at this point with just saying it.
Mm-hmm.
Process of elimination wins again. The obvious answer was Maki, right?
Have you seen it? You wouldn't be going through this if you didn't know it was Maki's.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be doing it at all. For all we know, he already knew the trick to the water tank.
Yeah.
Well, no, he doesn't go about investigating. So we couldn't have planned this in advance.
No, but we did run into him in Kimiko's lab, and there's no way he wouldn't notice the obvious tank with the hatch open.
That's true. And that had to have been why he was there, of course.
Yeah.
Is that true, Shuichi?
Yeah, dude. What's the problem with it? It was Kibo and Kaito who came up with the nobody needs to see anybody else's motive videos. Okay, it makes sense, so I'll get on board with it. But if I would have been there from the beginning, I'm not so sure that I would have argued that.
Kaito even...
Yes, you're right.
Kaito himself even was like, I was thinking about it and changed my mind.
Yeah, exactly. Kaito's video's not embarrassing or it's not a motive at all.
Yeah.
And what about that? Just because Ryoma had my motive video, that doesn't make me the culprit.
How would she have known that?
Yeah!
Why would she have snuck into Ryoma's room?
Did he bring it with him?
Did he go tell her?
Maybe. That's possible.
If he did go tell her.
Finally, you said something!
Yes!
This is how a debate should be.
Will you guys talk?
I only brought up the motive video to make you talk.
Excuse me?
Okay, now that we got the party rolling, let's get you and Kaito ready to argue.
Again, he's not wrong.
Remember, if you're not the culprit, then that means the other one is. Got that?
That's really good.
Let's start this extreme death debate. Tear up the other's lies, rip each other apart.
No, this is great. I am really enjoying this trial. Most of the trials are really entertaining, but some of them obviously are clearly better. And considering we're not at the end or anything, but this is already kind of like a top tier trial for the performance of Kokichi alone.
Yeah.
Wait just a minute. What are you trying to...
Quit screwing around! We don't need to debate who's a culprit!
Yeah? Was it you?
Well, no, he's going to accuse Maki.
I'm not the culprit! That's for sure.
Because if it was him and he admitted it, well, at that point, that does get a lot more respect.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you're not killing everybody else.
Which means...
Kaito, wait. Maybe Kokichi is wrong. Maybe he...
But Maki isn't a culprit either.
Huh?
What?
Huh. Is he just gonna base this on his intuition?
Huh? Really? You're saying neither of you are the culprit?
Well, in that case, the only person it could have been would have been Miyu or Kirumi.
Yeah!
It can't be Kokichi. It can't be anybody else.
Right.
So it could only, if it's not Kaito or Maki, then it could only be Miu or Kirumi.
Yeah.
But how could that have happened?
I don't know, but this is really interesting because I did not expect the trial to take this kind of turn, you know?
Yeah. Well, I guess it could be Kirumi.
Well, yeah, she could have set it up ahead of time, and then, like you said, use the pulley system after it was closed.
And you dodged the problem of somebody needing to sneak past Kirumi.
When you're Kirumi.
Yeah.
I snuck past myself.
And again, if you can sneak past yourself, then you can go to all the places. She could have set everything up ahead of time in the gym when she had 5 minutes to do that. She could have done it because all she needed to do was lower the piranha tank, put the lid inside the piranha tank and open the window, close the curtains to the window. The curtains.
She sewed the curtains.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to come back to those curtains. To finish my point, in that 5 minutes, she could have put the lid in the piranha tank to prepare for putting a body in, and then opened the curtains, opened the window, and then closed the curtains, and then gone to Ryoma. I don't know how she'd know where he was.
Well,
bringing him food or whatever. No, I don't know. It doesn't matter. We have no idea about the whys in any case. We're just worrying about she could have done that. She wouldn't need to go into the gym anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess it could have been Kirumi. Because after 10 o'clock, her alibi is gone.
Yeah.
Is there some way we could get it to be Miu?
Man, I've been trying.
Then as for those curtains...
Yeah?
Never thought about this. Would she have needed to close the curtains?
Well, the curtains weren't there to begin with. So the curtains were there for the show.
I'm just saying that if the window were open, wouldn't that look kind of weird? Well, Angie and Himiko would know the answer. Yeah, Billy's got that facial expression.
Oh!
He's seeing what I'm talking about.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Why did she sew curtains for the window unless the window being open was part of the show? But it wasn't part of the show. But she still sewed curtains and put them up there because she had to leave the window open, like you said, when she left. And like you said, that would look suspicious.
So... curtains. We'll keep that in mind. I guess there's a third person it could be.
How? Why?
Who knows?
Man, this trial took a turn I wasn't expecting.
It doesn't mean that it is Kirumi.
True.
We've just come up with a way that it could be. Meaning we're down to 3 people.
Really? We're up to 3 people.
Yes, up to 3. You're right. This still, however, doesn't clear Maki or Kaito.
That's true.
Then what would be the point of this whole debate?
Who cares about that? All I know is that neither me or Maki are the culprit.
How do you know that?
That makes you really suspicious.
It's just a hunch I've got.
Oh, come on!
And if Maki goes along with you...
That's out of character for her, for one.
So if she goes along with him, then it means that...
Look, the way she...
hunch?
You interrupted me with him?
I did, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do it.
Perish. So anyway, now that I'm by myself, the way she normally acts, if she's like, no, you can't just give in that easy, you have to follow through everything. So if Maki, yes.
So I'm dead.
I'm so lonely. So if she agrees, that's atypical behavior from her, which would mean she's a culprit. If she wasn't, then she would be like, whoa, no, you don't get to just say that.
Okay, yeah, that is indeed the sort of thing I was searching for, yes.
I was arguing for your point. I feel dirty.
The only thing you don't like is that I dreamed it.
Yeah.
You're so cavalier about your cat getting shot and killed.
But he wasn't. In the end, he wasn't. That happened in a dream, not the real world.
Yeah, but I dreamed it. I experienced it.
Yeah, but I don't care about that.
A body is about to be discovered.
Are you being serious? You do know all our lives are on the line here, right?
Yeah.
And you're betting our lives on just a hunch?
Well, he can do that, but the idea of going through this and saying, therefore it's Maki, okay, we're done now, is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Because we have to go through all of what Kokichi called the pointless deductions.
Yeah.
We need to establish everything else about the crime before we settle on it.
You don't get it. This isn't just any hunch. This is an official hunch from the Kaito Momota, luminary of the stars.
Is that so?
That means nothing.
Yeah.
I know you've got a big ego, and that's fine, but why should anybody go along with you here?
What?
How illogical. This is even more difficult to comprehend than Kokichi's antics.
I mean, it's very Kamina from Gurren Lagann, though.
You're totally not serious. You can't be that stupid, right?
You know what else he hasn't done?
Who?
Kaito.
What?
Tell us what he was doing.
Where?
Well, I don't know where he was.
When?
During the time of the murder.
Why?
Because we want to find out what's wrong with you! This isn't Abbott Costello! Dang it, Billy!
No, he might actually be that stupid.
Is she talking about me or Kaito?
Yes, you. She's talking about you.
Who?
Tenko.
Where?
She's right there.
Why?
Because I'm going to end the episode and beat you to death.
When?
In about 5 minutes.
How?
Oh, right about now.
Oh, no!